Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. That's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides in the universal energies. Well, after those last two readings, holy crumbs! I thought they would be the throw them out ones, but no, it took a real turn there. Okay, entertainment only. What I'm going to have a look at using my Golden Universal Tarot is going to have a quick look at what's happening in China at the moment. Oh boy, another country I'll probably never be able to visit. So what's happening is China has changed its wording in regards to Taiwan. Instead of saying a peaceful whatever coming together, they've dropped the peaceful bit. They are revving up their defence spending. Their defence spending has increased by 7.2, or they're budgeting 7.2%. However, what's happening is that if I'm looking this way, this is where my notes are. If you want to know what my notes look like, I should have been a doctor. Um, what we've got here is they're revving up their defence spending in the face of a flagging economy. So, removed peace from Taiwan relationships. They're currently going through a property crisis. They've built a lot of property that is not selling and is just sitting, and in fact, some of them they're demolishing brand new. Their exports are slowing, their population is declining. They're targeting a 5% growth this coming financial year, which is the lowest it's been in a decade. Usually it's double figures. They're aiming for 5%. The What I really got when I was writing my notes on this is I got the fact that part of this this increased military spending is to combat unemployment. Unemployment, I believe, is running at about 5.5%, which is higher than Australia's unemployment at the moment. But it's also going through trying to sort of with Taiwan, they're also pushing back on the disputed lands with India, and they're trying to expand in the South China Sea, which Australia and other Asian countries. We've just had our ASEAN conference in Australia. The other South Asian countries are pushing back on as well. So I just want to see what's up for China, what's coming for China. It's Actually, I want to have a look at Xi Jinping as well, the leader of China. So we'll start. Show me the economy. What's happening with the economy of China, and let's just see where it goes. And perfect timing, the Air Force are going overhead with their jets. But let's have a look. What's the economy? What's the Chinese economy doing going forward? We're all worldwide going through absolute transition of change. Russia, Africa, Europe, you name it, real change at the moment. The US, Australia sort of already went through there. New Zealand was several years in front, and they've sort of reverted back, but they'll get there again. So let's have a look. What's China's economy doing at the moment? Okay, it does have an emotional maturity about it. There is a maturity about China's economy, but there's also secrets that are not yet being revealed in regards to this. Yeah, they're looking in this cup. It's almost like, because they know that if they reveal these secrets, it's going to affect the Chinese people on an emotional level. So let's have a look. I'm going to do Chinese economy, Chinese military, and then I'll do Xi Jinping. So, yeah, but, not surprised that the Chinese are holding some secrets, but I'm looking at the economy. Okay. Wow. Right. The Chinese economy. Their challenge is going to be, how do I put this? An ending in the dawn of a new day. The youth saying, no longer am I going to labour in the fields or the factories for 50 cents an hour or whatever it is. The trampling underfoot of the king. This is Xi Jinping. Let's see how he goes. full illumination, joy, a new start. The Chinese economy could just be full illumination of the truth of the Chinese economy. In the past, there is a truth, a new truth beginning. Now, for those that I can't remember the name of it, but there was China has an interesting relationship with the economy. They are a communist country, but they're a capitalist communist country, if that makes sense. So they encourage their citizens to do well and do well on the international stage financially. So were some and are some privately held companies within China that have made billionaires. I think the surname was Ma. And was it Alibaba? I'm not sure what the company was. That the Chinese government basically decided, yeah, we'll have that, and took 90% of the company. So there's this real harsh truth cutting through, new truth beginning. In the past, we've got contracts, agreements, relationships. So this is the international trade. But the economy is going to find itself really restricted. They are so reliant on international trade. But what is happening with the rise of automation? A lot of industry is moving back onshore to the countries of origin. You'll notice this in the US. We're starting to get this happening in Australia as well, because the biggest factor that these companies used to move overseas was the cost of labour. Now, when the cost of labour isn't there anymore, for stability of government, etc., they start moving back to the countries of origin. US are also moving a fair bit down into Mexico as well, because it is a more stable um, uh, government that is literally on their border. Now, I know opinions of Mexico, but when you're sort of going Mexico or China, which government would I trust more? You've got that sort of situation coming into place. So the economy, it's going to find itself severely restricted. Externally, we've got the rise of the feminine, bringing forth a powerful new message, a new plan, a new passion. So this can be the rise of women within China. But internally, it's those that have gilded their cage and not listening to the populace. So if you know about what's happening in China, there may be a female or a feminine energy figure coming forth, while those that are currently in charge literally have just been feathering their own nest and not listening to the demands of the civilians. Okay, hopes and fears, walking away towards or walking. Right, okay, well, you've got this figure walking away, leaving. There may be a lot of people leaving China, losing their intellectuals as they go to other countries. A lot come to Australia. But this figure walking away, they've got to overcome these crevices and overcome these mountains, these challenges. So it's a hope and a fear. We've got here the outcome, the lies, the deceit, the betrayal, the abuse of power that is really going to affect the economy, the juggling of the economy, and the harvest is not particularly good, and it's going to come as a harsh truth. A harsh truth. We've got the promises of the past are going to be a disappointment, and the economy is going to be in decline. Wow, wow, wow. I would not be surprised if we actually see a negative growth for the Chinese economy when the true figures come out. We have the smug merchant here with all his cups lined up, finding himself financially out in the cold. Okay, right. Chinese economy, not looking good. Uh, do not be surprised if in truth, comes back in negative figures. When the government may try and cover that up, so just be aware. Okay, let's have a look. I mean, population is in decline. The exports are slowing. People have, yeah, again, popped out. It's also my corruption card. The corruption, but then finding themselves out in the cold. We've then got loss, disappointment, heartbreak, and here's China for China. And the walking away again, walking away as the world walks away. Now, that's not to say China is still a real powerhouse. It is. But we're going to have a full illumination of a harsh truth coming for China. Okay. Show me China's military. Show me China's military. Show me what we need to know about the growth in China's military. I know it's awful. It feels like shades of North Korea, where it's about, that's why I'm getting the hint. I think that the hit about the growth in the military is in part to combat unemployment because it is going to be it is going to be a stable employment factor. Okay, come on down, let's have a look. The Chinese military. Okay, we've got the ruler here bringing forth a new plan, a new message. We've got the little, I'm going to call it a skink down here. Um, I'm getting a draw to that little skink. Now, skink is a little Australian lizard, can literally be crushed underfoot. Why am I feeling that that skink can be crushed underfoot? It's looking on. Is this Taiwan? Okay. There's a big difference between invading Taiwan and holding Taiwan, as Russia has found out. But it's just bringing forth of a plan. Doesn't mean it's actually going to take place. I'm really feeling, yeah, the leadership bringing forth a plan. I'm feeling this is Taiwan. The challenge is going to be the money. Populace. They don't want it. The challenge is going to be the financing. Base of the reading, Page of Swords, a whistleblower coming forth. In the past, loss and disappointment. I'm talking about the growth in the military here, the military. In the past, loss and disappointment. Why is this in the past? 3 cups spilled. Are they not getting the young people joining the military that they thought they would? There's one thing to say, yes, we want, a lot of Western countries are struggling with this at the moment to actually get people to join the military because they don't want to. They don't want to be on the front line. They don't want, I mean, I know the front line is a very minimal part of the military, but they just don't want to be part of the military machine. Wow. Crowning this reading, we've got, it's my Russia, China, Saudi card, but this can also be the birth of the feminine, the birth of the nurturing, something new coming forward that brings abundance, a harsh truth for the military. Externally, something being fully exposed next to the whistleblower. Internally, about it's the ending of an oligarchical cycle. Could also be the ending of it's moving through. It's about intergenerational, and I'm wondering whether it's an ending of the government that is currently in China. Because I'm going to have a look at Xi Jinping next. It's just a significant ending of a cycle after this full illumination and a whistleblower. Hopes and fears, democracy. Oh my God, could we have democracy in China coming? Contracts and agreements, unbalanced contracts and agreements being revealed. It's going to entrap those that have been taking in the harvest, and it's a changing time. We've got then the magician, manipulation, and truth. Sword of truth bringing about a significant ending. Wow! And on the base, we've got a significant ending and a new beginning. As secrets are revealed about the smug merchants and money and contracts. We've got here, now I don't know who this figure is, it's my Biden administration, it's my DOJ, it's the IRS, it's the International Court in The Hague energy. So there's a mature, peaceful energy coming forth that's going to reveal poor choices by those that chained themselves to this devil energy. In regards to homeland security, they're going to have to defend themselves. There's a real understory going on here because we've got the Emperor Xi Jinping, but if you have a look at this king, he does not look very healthy. The Emperor is feebly holding on. But then we've got significant endings, and it's going to be a crossroads about the abuse of power and the infighting and the lies. And then we have a female circle of support bringing about a new beginning. Wow, are we going to see something really dramatic coming up in China in the very near future? So I'm going to have a look at Xi Jinping. Show me Xi Jinping made himself emperor for life, if you want to call it that. So therefore, I think there was some sort of election when the General Assembly would elect. I think they were only allowed to hold office for 2 5-year terms, and then he changed the rules and made himself basically emperor for life. Boy, was Putin jealous of that. And Trump. Okay, but let's have a look. What does the future hold for Xi Jinping? That took a path I wasn't expecting. Man, I'm getting a lot of those recently. What does the future hold for Xi Jinping? Show me Xi Jinping. Boy, oh boy. Walking away from this abuse of power, self-sabotage, betrayal, deceit. Wow. Going to find himself battered and bruised with his back up against the wall with literally, it can be new boundaries being set, but he's literally only got one message that he's holding on to against this whole barrage of messages, just his back up against the wall. We have at the foundation financial mercenary actions. Financial mercenary actions and reactions, reaction to mercenary actions. Boy, oh boy. In the past, a new opportunity, new hope, new healing, but just also big money. Is it going to be exposed that he's taken big money? Again, we've got that female energy bringing forth a new message. Xi Jinping, in the immediate future, he's going to find himself chaotically burdened externally, looking overseas, hoping his ship will come in, hoping the plan comes to fruition. I'm getting a looking overseas wistfully at Taiwan, but the horizon is bare. This is the plan he wants to bring to fruition, Taiwan. It's almost like he's going to do a Netanyahu to invade Taiwan to distract from his something that's coming out about him. Internally, finding himself entrapped by the messaging, by what he has harvested. Hopes and fears, the smug merchant. But be careful what you wish for. Thinks he's got it all lined up, but ... An investigation, finding himself isolated and under investigation in regards to money laundering perhaps, or just stealing, giving out crumbs while hanging on to the big dollars, loss, heartbreak, despair, divorce, you name it, because karma is going to come and bite him on the backside. And it may be coming from the oligarchical level. Wow. Oh, wow. Absolute wow. All I can say is wow, wow. Again, we've got Heart's Truth coming forward about secrets that will be revealed on the world stage that will bring an ending. And then we have the populace. The voter. Why am I getting a voter? Is kind of going to become a democracy. Xi Jinping's going to face prosecution and he's going to face judgment. He's going to reap what he has sown in regards to his money manipulation. That's all I can say. It's going to be seen and heard, and it's going to bring about a downfall for those that feathered their nests. See you later. The birth of something new, significantly new, a feminine healing energy that is going to bring peace and balance. Holy crumbs. And then we've got it's my Jack Smith type card, but this is prosecution for those in government, unexpected, out of left field, and being forced to walk away. Oh my goodness, this has gone somewhere that I really did not expect. Holy crumbs. Okay. I'm just putting it out there. Xi Jinping, not looking good. Big changes coming for China. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that. I shall catch you later. See you shortly.